Alright, hi, what's up all my beanie weenies, and welcome back to my channel. I am, of course, Hot Dogs, and we are here for part 2 of my Sims 4 Love Island Holiday Special. Where we last left off, everyone had all gathered, all the past islanders, a majority of them have gathered in the new Snowy Escape world, and they're here to celebrate the holidays. So that's kind of where we're starting off today. We are all getting ready for Thanksgiving. So everything's already pretty much decorated, but in the dining room, I changed out that table. And we have, of course, the gnomes appearing everywhere. Also, in the last video, when I was showing off my new Winter Love Island Villa, that of course you can download on the Sims Gallery at Singleton RW. I never got around to showing you guys the third floor because no Sims ever went up there, so I never really got any shots of it. And I figured out that the Sims couldn't go up there because of all the decorations I had and like the karaoke stairwell. And so I had to remove all of those. I'm not too sure if they're there in the download. They might be. So watch out for that if you do download this lot. But upstairs is kind of like the party penthouse. As soon as you go up the flight of stairs, it's kind of like a family room. There's board games and things like hobby things, as in like an easel, a candle maker, stuff like that. Of course, there's a huge TV and couches. And there's also a small bedroom that I end up turning into a kid's bedroom, but in my head it was like the smush room. It was like the boom boom room. But I end up just making that a kid's room because I had too many kids in this house. And of course there's a bathroom up there as well. When you go across the outside bridge, which I think was kind of a bad idea considering it's like winter and they're constantly going outside and taking off their shoes and everything. Anyway, across from that there is like a whole bar area. So there's a dance floor with a DJ, a bar, a sort of hangout area, and then there's a poker lounge. Instead of putting a poker table or whatever, I did end up putting the Star Wars game. I don't know what that's called though, but I also totally didn't mean to just talk over the fact that Aurora was playing that game butt naked. I found out then that I didn't have my streamer mod installed. I wish there was an option in the menus instead of having like a separate download, because I always forget to re-download it. But yeah, I guess it was a strip Star Wars game. It's so weird, the contrast between the party that's happening upstairs and the wholesome family Thanksgiving events happening downstairs. And it looks like Layla and Renee are getting their groove on the dance floor. Meanwhile, Luna is just kind of like walking around in circles. I did have a little shot of her walking on the wraparound balcony that's on the third floor. Again, this house is very versatile for winter and summer, so I put it on a lot that's just winter, so a bit pointless. They're never going to go out on the balcony because it's freezing, but whatever. However, it is Renee and Damien's daughter, Anya. It's her birthday today. She's becoming a child. She's going from a child becoming a teen. Why is that so hard for me to say? This wasn't even my first take, but that was good enough. I randomized her traits and kind of just picked an aspiration that fit her accordingly. And she looked pretty cute. I actually didn't need to really change her outfits or how she looked. She turned out alright. Also, around the holidays, I guess if you leave your doors unlocked, guests just appear. So, it ended up being a good thing because we have a few surprise islanders visiting us today, and that is Parker and Cole. Both of them left kind of early. Parker, I don't know, but I was really disappointed to see both of them go. Both of them dated each other for a little bit as well, so they're kind of an interesting couple to be showing up together. But they honestly don't really interact with hardly anyone. They kind of come in, they go straight to the bar upstairs, and they just drink with each other. Looks as though our alien baby Layla is just chilling and farting on top of the dryer, hanging out. Meanwhile, everyone else is kind of gathering in the dining room, getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. There's already one plate of poorly cooked turkey that only I am eating. I'm digging straight into it. I'm not really enjoying it, but I'm hungry. There ain't nothing else to eat right now. Parker and Cole do not end up staying long. Again, they just kind of came, got some free drinks, didn't talk to anyone, and then left. And that's exactly why they weren't invited to the reunion. They just showed up. So they're out of here. Meanwhile, it looks as though Renee is continuing cooking food because that one little plate of turkey isn't really going to do it for everyone. However, of course, in a natural hot dog style, every single episode, every single series I have to make results in a fire. So there's, of course, a kitchen fire. I don't know what else to do at this point. Like, this lot doesn't even have any traits. Like, all of them have skills. And I don't know where my sim is going currently. He's just kind of running out of the house. Maybe from the fire, I'm assuming. But at the same time, we actually have another surprise guest, and that is our past Islander, Marcus. He was another one of the original boys that came in the house. And yeah, he doesn't really have too many connections, so we'll see if he gets into any trouble at all. When he first goes in, he doesn't really talk to anyone like all the other guests, weirdly. And he just goes upstairs and goes to the sauna and chills in the sauna by himself. So they always just keep coming here and then enjoying the luxuries of the house, but not enjoying the company, which is kind of like the opposite. Well, I guess that might, yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of Thanksgiving. It's stupid. It looks like after eating and enjoying a fire, they thought now would be a nice time to relax and hang out in the hot springs. So we have Clay, Garrison, Alana, and Luna all visiting the hot springs. However, we quickly learn that hot springs do not work like hot tubs, because as soon as they get in there, that thing gets filthy. They did not shower beforehand. I don't think neither I nor the Sims knew that that was something we had to do, because I guess I'm a dirty person. But yeah, they dirtied that hot spring up, and it kind of, the party quickly ends. Like, everyone hangs out in it for a little bit, and then yeah, everyone kind of gets out, Clay cleans it up, and we act like it didn't happen. And I like this cute little shot of Alana playing with her daughter Layla in the snow, tossing her around and having fun. I didn't really see Alana as a mother, especially to an alien baby, but it is fun to see. Meanwhile, everyone else is like starting to head to bed and go to sleep. It is getting pretty late. And I was watching Luna go to bed, and this thing just like shoots behind her, and I thought it was like a firecracker or maybe another fire. I was kind of like looking around to see what it was. Ends up being the weird little platypus thing that you get, that were like from the pet cage I have in the living room. There's like a weird platypus thing that I got, and he, I guess, got too smart and got a rocket and shot out. I also realized his cage was filthy, so I got Ava to clean up his cage, and I was kind of looking at him. I honestly thought I had got a hamster or something. I didn't know it was Perry the Platypus. I was unaware of that. And apparently he can go to space. So he was on a secret mission, I guess. I don't know. And I think this shot of Anya describes her perfectly. She storms in, mad about nothing, kicks a gnome, all of them ignite in flames, all of them are angry. Instant bad luck, bad karma. This child is moody. She is always in a bad mood, and she always just does it upon herself. She's super destructive. All the kids are kind of a mess. Meanwhile, everyone else in the living room doesn't really seem to notice what just happened. Damien is still practicing on the piano. He woke up still trying to learn. I guess that's his goal in this Christmas reunion, is to learn how to play the piano and master that. Allison and Joffrey are still reconnecting over their fallout at the season finale. And it's interesting. Like, they take like 5 steps forward and then 4 steps back. Like, they're still going forward, but it's very like on and off between them. She's kind of in a silly mood, and that's kind of fun to see. She's not upset and crying anymore. Meanwhile, me, hot dogs, I'm playing The Sims. Duh. What else would I be doing?
Dag, dag.
Alright, so since it is a new day and some of the kids are off to school, I did want to send some more of our islanders out to explore the town, so I took myself, because I thought I deserved a little bit of a break, Joffrey, Allison, Aurora, Clay, and Colton, and I took them out to a bar, try to see if they want to get a little drunk, and then maybe go on a little drunken hike around the town and see what kind of trouble we get into. I absolutely love this town. However, it is empty and boring. There is nothing really to do. So, at the bar, they're kind of the only ones in there. They're just kind of drinking, talking to themselves. Me personally, if I were them, I would have just drank at the bar at the house. But, I mean, they have no control over their life, and I told them to go here. So that's what they're up to. And Allison is just drinking outside by herself, staring at a wall, not talking to anyone. I'm not too sure what's going on in her head right now. I don't really know. Meanwhile, inside, it seems as though Aurora and Clay are continuing their flirtmance. Like, when they're on their own, it's going well, but then, like, as soon as Alana walks in the room, Clay just kind of drops Aurora. And you think she'd be more offended, but apparently not.
So,
Colton and Joffrey are still continuously spending time together since they woohooed. Well, they were already kind of doing that in the house, and they were a couple once before, but since they woohooed recently in the sauna, they've kind of been stuck together like sweaty wood. Ew. Ew. No, anyway, yeah, everything's kind of going well with them, but they are flirting in front of everyone. It's kind of making everyone else a bit awkward. It's kind of making people like Allison a bit tense. But they really do not care. They're chugging back drinks, they're partying, they're having fun, and they actually end up making it official here in the bar. That's why you see them give each other a big hug and hearts go everywhere, because they officially become boyfriends while at the bar.
look easy. Oh, Rishi.
So most of them were double fisting drinks, so when I send them out of the bar, they still have alcohol with them. But I'm like, let's go ahead, let's leave this boring bar, and let's go on a hike. So I take them to the bamboo forest that's right near the bar. They all kind of gather right in front of the trailhead, kind of figure out what they're going to do, and then they set off on their hike. Everyone like raved on and on about hikes. Everyone was like, hiking is so good, hiking is so great. And I guess it's okay, but, like, I don't know. I feel like the reviews for Snowy Escape are like, this is the best pack we've seen in years. And all that things you can do are, like, fine to watch once. Like, this was the first time I did hiking. So we hiked around the bamboo forest. We saw those cool little Pokemon that were floating nearby. Actually, even a weird centipede hopped down onto Clay and attacked Clay. So that was kind of fun. Like, things did happen, but am I going to go on a hike every single day with my sim? No. Probably not. And you can only do it in this world, which is also stupid, but whatever. Once leaving the bamboo forest, all the Sims end up at the little cemetery, which just made me miss like all the potential things we could have with cemeteries, like the cemeteries in The Sims 3, or like how when we were voting for stuff packs, we had the whole like Grim Reaper spooky pack we could have got, but no, instead you guys had to vote Nifty Knitting. I'll never recover from that. But yeah, so they go to the cemetery, they interact with the one tomb you can interact with. Most disappointing thing I've ever done. Like, what was the point of even putting the cemetery in here? Besides just this, besides like filming them sad, like machinimas. Which isn't what I'm here for. I mean, this is kind of a machinima, but like, I don't know. They end up leaving this place and they end up going to the shrine that's also down the street. And they kind of end up getting a little bit separated. So some of them end up going there. Colton and Joffrey end up kind of going off on their own for a little bit, kind of having their own little romantic walk. Clay ends up actually traveling off on his own eventually to one of the other shrines. However, all of this stuff is boring, so the stuff like the whole Clay shrine adventure, I didn't even bother keeping the footage, because, like, who wants to see a Sim walk somewhere and then view something? Like, you can view a painting on the wall. Like, it's, I don't know. You don't even really get a collectible, do you? I didn't. But, like I mentioned, Colton and Joffrey kind of went on their own little romantic walk. And at the bar, they ended up becoming boyfriends and official. But actually, Colton ends up getting down on one knee and proposing to Joffrey. And he says yes. And it's a really nice romantic spot, one. But two, as soon as Joffrey says yes, those Pokemon appear, which I thought was cool. So it looks as though, even though Joffrey did not find love in the Love Island villa like he wanted to, he has found love here at the reunion, and it was someone that he had all along, and it looks as though that showmance was not actually a showmance. It might actually be more than that. Alright, so after that, I was like, let's go ahead and wrap this up because I don't think it's going to get any more exciting than a proposal. So we head back to the Love Island villa, and of course Colton and Joffrey end up just running straight into the house, past everyone, not telling the news, just going to their own private bedroom and woohooing, okay? They went straight to business. But good for them. I'm actually really happy for them. There is a small plot twist. It's not a bad one, but there's a few plot twists with this relationship, so keep your eyes peeled, okay? This is where all the drama is happening, pretty much. It's right here.
Aha! Spin A.
Alright, and that sound actually indicates that it is a fight day. It should be called Boxing Day to go with like the UK Boxing Day, but whatever. So it's like a fight day. So we have actually a lot of Sims in the gym working out, getting buff. They're preparing for this day. They're ready to cause mischief and mayhem. And there will be fights today. Okay, I can promise you that. So I was pretty excited. We go from Thanksgiving, and right before we get to Christmas, we're going to have a fight day. Like, perfect. And of course, first up has to be Alana versus Aurora. And it instantly happens, like, I don't even have to instigate it. Like, as soon as either one of them found out it was fight night, they were like, okay, we're ready. So they instantly meet up in the, like, karaoke hallway. And they just start arguing, bickering, like, they don't care who's in the room. Like, Layla, Alana's daughter, is in the room. She's like, I don't care if my baby sees this. Like, I am tired of this chick. I'm tired of her coming after the men I like. And Aurora feels the same way. So they're instantly arguing, and then of course an actual fight breaks out. Okay, but weirdly, since it's like a fight celebration holiday thing. Like, they all take the fights in good nature. So afterwards, even though like Alana whoops that ass, they still like hug it out and are like, yay, that was fun. It was very weird. And that happens with a few of the other fights that you'll see that break out. It damages their like relationship, I think, still though. But I'm not too sure. Anyway, after that fight broke out, it was actually time for the celebration of snow or whatever. So I sent a lot of the parents and the kids out to the festival. So we have Luna, Xavier, and their son Gage. We have Colton, Alana, and their daughter Layla. We have Garrison and Renee and their son Harry. And this was the first thing Xavier was actually able to do since it takes place at night. So that was pretty nice to actually see him get out of the house. And I gotta say, these festivals are not it. Like, all of them are so boring. There's no one here. Like, if I didn't have a household of 20 Sims already and I brought them all here, there would be no one at this festival apart from the people in the concession stands that are constantly screaming all the time. So it was pretty lame. I mean, it looks cool, and that's kind of the idea of this whole pack. I'm like, everything looks so nice. The Sims 4 in general. Like, this festival is amazing. The light up dinosaur. Like, I love bringing the kids here, and that's kind of the main activity that they all ended up doing is just like playing with their kids, dancing with their kids, teaching them how to talk and all that kind of stuff. They just kind of did there. But besides that, there's nothing else really to do. But of course, the fireworks go off, right? What I'm saying, that the only thing good about this thing is how beautiful it is. Like, the fireworks are amazing, the atmosphere is so fun. But no one's really paying attention to the fireworks at all. No one's really looking up at the sky. Everyone's too busy looking at the new fight that's beginning to break down between Xavier and Colton. Okay, we have a supernatural doomsday fight going on between vampire and alien. Personally, I would think an alien would win. But I guess, like, vampires, I mean, they've both been around for so long. I don't know. I guess technically a vampire could be older than an alien, potentially. Who knows how long the alien's lifespan is. But anyway, Xavier is the one that ends up winning the fight. And then, of course, they just hug it out, and it's like nothing ever happened. I don't even know what started that. Like, they've never even really beefed before, but I don't know. I think, like, fireworks triggered Xavier somehow. PTSD. But we do have some really cute moments with all the kids here at this festival. I will admit that. Like, Harry here dancing with the mascot, and like them all dancing together with their moms and having a lot of fun. There's even this cute moment where Gage, Luna and Xavier's son, ends up trying to walk home by himself. He's like cold and needs to use the bathroom. They weren't really taking care of him because Xavier was busy fighting, and Luna was off dancing with another kid. So Gage was like, see you later, I'm gonna go take care of this myself. He ends up not making it. Xavier stops him on the way home, picks him up, takes him home, takes care of him. I thought that little interaction was pretty cute. And yeah, all of them just kind of have their fun and then slowly ease back home. And I'm gonna end the episode here. I do have to say, it takes a few different turns. It did some stuff I wasn't expecting. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. You're going to have to check that out on Friday. It honestly was a struggle. I had to make myself get in front of the camera today, but I'm so glad I got it done. I'm hoping that, like, if I can keep doing this, maybe I can get on the ball and start doing it again as frequently. So after Friday's episode, there will be about 2 weeks or so off, but then I will be having a new series debut. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to give a ton more information about that on Friday as well. So not only do you have the conclusion of this full Love Island series, it's done after this. No more reunions. It is done after Friday. You will also get a preview for my next series. So I'm pretty excited about that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, you can download the lot on the Sims Gallery at Singleton RW. You can follow me on TikTok or Twitter. And of course, comment down below, subscribe. I love talking to you guys. And I can't wait to see you on Friday. Bye.